stuck because the business planning concept is really old school. If you look at one of the old school business plans, you'll see they're like 40, 50 pages long. And a lot of the times when I'm speaking with new and reasonably new business owners, they always struggle with the business plan because it's pretty cumbersome and confusing. And to be honest, I feel unless you're going to get funding, so unless you're taking your business plan to a bank or to investors and saying, hey, I'm looking to get, X amount to grow, to build and start and grow my business, then I don't believe that the old school planning model is actually relevant because it's too cumbersome and it turns people off. Whereas my business planning framework is nimble, it's agile. The business plan itself is a living document. How many business owners I've spoken to have done a business plan once and never looked at it again? That's not right because they're overwhelmed with having to go through the process again. This business planning framework is simple because it's focused on taking the business, it's focused on the action, it's focused on doing the things that need to be done to get the business to where it needs to be. And so we start with our core four, which is our vision, our values, our mission, and our purpose. These are the underlying DNA, the underlying drivers, the soul of our business. Without it, you've just got a job. I want you to understand that. If you're going into business today and you don't have at least a basic understanding of your vision, your values and mission, your purpose, then you've effectively just gone out to business to buy a job. And in that case, you're going to go through this journey of being a business owner, which is a lot more complex, only to walk out of it earning the same or slightly more than you did before. But you're not going to really achieve that level of freedom. Your core four is your underlying the soul, the DNA of your business that allows your business to grow. It allows you to market, to sell, to recruit people. The core four is everything. So the business planning framework starts with what are our core four? What are our visions, our values, our mission, and our purpose? Then we go nice and simple. What's our offer and value proposition? What are we actually going to sell, and how are we going to structure it so it's perceived as being valuable in the marketplace? So our offer and our value proposition become the second part of our business plan. And so we go, this is what we're selling, this is why it's so attractive, and this is the value proposition that supports our offer. Once again, this offer and value proposition is almost like your elevator pitch. So when you're out there and you're communicating and networking, well, you want to memorize your offer and value proposition because when someone says, hey, well, what do? You've got something attractive and exciting to tell them. Not just, oh, I'm an accountant. It's something a lot more powerful. I help business owners go from stuck to scale within 24 months. And I do that without them having to spend any more money on marketing or sales. The value proposition becomes the attractive part that you're going to use when you're communicating with your network, or when you're out there networking, building audiences. That's what makes it just nice and succinct. From there, well, we have our core four, so we know what our vision and our mission is. We know what the value proposition and our offer is to support it. Well, then our marketing and sales plan is all about, well, how are we going to go out and get those opportunities? What kind of marketing are we going to do? What's our sales process? How are we going to guide people on the sales journey? How are we going to take them from, someone who's liking my stuff to now being a paying customer or client? So our marketing and sales plan is focused on the high level strategy and the tactics associated with it. Then our admin and operations plan is, well, how are we going to fulfill? How are we going to deliver on the service? What's our high-level steps? What's our high-level process steps? What tools do we need? What resources? What software? What licenses? What registrations? Where's our premises going to be if we're getting physical space? All the logistical stuff to your business will go here. Your people plan, your organizational chart will sit here. And finally, your budget and your cash flow. The more research and documentation you do up front, the easier the budget and cash flow is to prepare. Because you're actually going out there and going, well, how much are other people charging? Sweet, so I have an idea of how much I could charge. You're going, well, what tools and resources are required? What software is necessary? Okay, awesome. So I can document how much they cost. Marketing and sales, well, we can still do research around, let's say, the cost per lead, the cost of acquisition, well, we can document that and to go, okay, well, that's how much it's going to cost us. Or if it costs us $10 to get a lead and we need 10 leads to get a client, then if I spend $100, then I'm going to at least get one person to buy from me. And so we can start to document this into our budget and cash flow if we've done enough research at the front end. That's the big part of it here, is to be able to do enough research at the front of it to be able to go, okay, all of these things that I'm going to need to run my business, this is how much it's going to cost, this is how much I'm going to sell things for, this is how much I'm going to spend on marketing to attract my audience to get those leads so I can then convert them into deal.